And welcome back. It is time for our latest top 25. Week 11 is in the books. It was another great week. We saw two top five teams go down. Another solid week. Betting week, awful. We're going to move on. We're going to have a good week this week. First, we had two teams drop out of the top 25. Iowa State and Vanderbilt. Sorry, you're out. Thank you for being there. Let's talk about the others receiving votes. First off, in the others receiving votes category, we've got Louisville, Arizona State, Western Kentucky, Ohio, and UNLV. That is the most we've had in the others receiving votes category in a while. Moving into the top 25, at number 25, Kansas State. They were off last week, lost the week before to Houston, but apparently that was enough to get them back in the top 25. They had a really solid off week. Number 24, though, is Louisiana. They stay at 24. LSU drops to 23. Missouri back in the top 25 with a win. They sit at number 22. And Tulane still sitting at number 21, up from number 23. Also moving up in the poll, South Carolina. They actually take Vanderbilt's slot, who they beat this past weekend. Washington State moves up to number 22. Clemson stands pat at 18. Colorado moves from 21 to 17. And actually, Army drops two spots after their win over North Texas. They drop from 14 to 16. In the next set, number 15, Texas A&M, they jump up two spots. SMU jumps up just a spot after their week. Then we have Boise State. They end up dropping two spots after they struggle a little with Nevada. They sit 13th. Alabama still at 12th. And then number 11 now is Miami. Miami drops all the way from number 2 after their loss to Georgia Tech. Sitting at 10th is Georgia after their loss to Ole Miss. They drop all the way to 10th from a tie from 3rd. Right in front of them, number 9, Ole Miss jumps up right there. Notre Dame jumps up from 10th to 8th. Penn State jumps up 2 spots all the way to 7th. And then BYU jumps up 1 spot to number 6. In the top 5, number 5, Tennessee. Tennessee jumps up 2 spots to sit number 5 in the poll. At number 4, also jumping up 2 spots, Texas back in the top 5. They sit 4th. Number 3, jumping up 2 spots, is Ohio State. Ohio State, though, 3rd in the poll, also 3rd in the Big Ten in this poll, because number 2 is Indiana. Indiana was 3rd last week. They jump up 1 spot, one of the few undefeateds left. That's Indiana and Ohio State still have to face each other, so that should be a great game there. And then the unanimous number 1, once again, Oregon. Oregon taking care of business last week, and they sit number 1. What does this mean for the playoffs? Well, because the top 4 seeds are conference champions, kind of an odd playoff setup. The number 1 seed would be Oregon still, obviously the best conference champ, but the 2 seed on the other side of the bracket would go to Texas. That 3 seed would go to BYU, and then the 4 seed would be Miami. Oregon would face the winner of Notre Dame at Penn State. That would be an amazing matchup. Miami would face the winner of Boise State visiting Indiana. Georgia and Ohio State would face off in the other corner. The winner would get BYU, and then you'd have Ole Miss and Tennessee with the winner facing Texas. That would be amazing. If you like this content, make sure to hit the like button, share it with your friends. Be subscribe. We'll be back this week with some midweek picks.